So I'm Andreas Neo, and I'm the cinematographer on When the Rain Sets In. I first got involved with this film roughly May 2017, so quite a while back now. And what I really liked is, after talking a lot about the script with James and discussing our similar kind of interests in cinema and what we liked, what we disliked, I realised that we had a real connection there with regards to our sensibilities to film. And after reading the script, of course, it was so incredibly visual that I thought, this is great from a DP perspective. There were so many references to colour and light and movement, and so his approach was something that totally resonated with me, and so I wanted to get on board straight away. Well, I think what's been really good working with James is we both totally agree with as minimal shots as possible to tell the scene. We're trying to keep it as fluid as we can. We have quite an incredible one shot, a one out at the Tate Britain, which is really cool. And even with a lot of the scenes that we're shooting, we're keeping it very simple, not too many shots. And so we both had that same kind of sensibility from the beginning, and we continued that throughout the whole film. One thing we did discuss, and it was in the script, was colour. And we wanted to, especially because with all the flashback scenes, they're also, they're surreal, they're slightly abstract, so we were able to play with lots of different colour, and I guess that's also what's fun from a DP's perspective, to be able to play and not have so many limitations. However, it is nice to obviously try and fine-tune that, so we have our colour palette, and we've tried to keep it within that range. So when James and I first discussed camera lens choice, we both instinctively wanted to go with anamorphics, but it can be quite limited to use anamorphics on short films. However, we've had great support from Focus 24 and Cook with regards to camera and lenses, and so we've been able to actually, shoot this film with our preferred first choice, both camera and lenses, so that's worked out really well for us. So we decided early on that handheld was not really an option for us in telling the story. It would be mainly dolly, Steadicam, or static on sticks. And obviously we tried to do as many continuous shots as possible. And there are some, I wouldn't say limitations when shooting that way. For me, it's actually when I can really get a chance to test myself as a DP and make sure that we're covering everything from the beginning to the end of the shot as well as possible, making sure we maintain either exposures or changing from light to shade, colour differences. Again, there's some examples in the Tate Britain one-up where we go in a very cool tone and we're moving into warm pockets of light. So I don't think it's a limitation at all. In fact, I think they're great opportunities to really get to test yourself, the crew, everyone, and ultimately that's what we want to be doing on films like this, to be able to test ourselves and then try and get the best we can. So a big credit to James for managing to secure some incredible locations for this short. He's worked really hard to pull this off, and I believe the film will be all the better for it, of course. He's managed to, so we have God's Own Junkyard, we have Tate Britain, today we're in a studio, we have this incredible bandstand in Brighton. From a DP's perspective, if I have a great location to begin with, then it's a good step forward. It's been a lot of fun working in these locations as well. Never shot in the Tate before, so that was great.